In this video, I'm going to be talking about if ERLC will ever purchase car licenses. So if you do enjoy or if you find it useful, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe, but let's get straight into it. Okay, so I guess let's start off by talking about what other games do. So the reason this is an entire topic is because car companies have been coming to Roblox, as you all know by now, and demanding their cars to be removed from the game. Now, they already kind of thought about this many years ago, and that's why all of the vehicles were renamed from, for example, Bugatti to Strugatti, or McLaren to Surrey, or Audi to Avantismo, as it is in ERLC. They're the only ones I can think of off the top of my head. But there have been loads and loads of drama regarding car licenses. So they did that a few years ago, and then everyone was like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. We've changed the names. We don't need to worry about copyright anymore. But then that isn't really the case, because now car companies have been coming forward to Roblox and be like, hey, this is our model. Like, for example, this is a Mercedes. Mercedes could come forward and say, hey, this is our model, even though it's not called a Mercedes. We own this model. Get it removed from the game, or we'll get your game taken down. And then the developers are like, well, okay, we don't really have much choice. We can't really say anything about it, so sure, we'll remove your car. And then we have the whole problem of, okay, well, now it's not really a Mercedes. Because, for example, if we come over here and have a look at this, for example, this is meant to be the Ford Mustang Mark E, and it's called the Falcon E Stallion in the game, which you can kind of get. Stallion is Mustang in ERLC, and Falcon is obviously Ford, so then you've got the E for electric because it's an electric car. And while this is kind of what it looks like in real life, but it's also not. It does look a lot different to what it looks like in this game as well, and this is the future of games, right? This is how Roblox is going to be in the next few years and for the foreseeable future, unless they purchase car licenses. So that is on to my point. There are games on Roblox that have purchased physical car licenses, which means that it is possible to buy a car license for Roblox. However, they cost a lot of money, and the developers have to pay for that themselves. And there's only a couple of games that really do this, and so far I only know of Driving Empire that's done that, and it's not even major brands. They can't afford like Lamborghini and Ferrari and Ford car licenses, but it's smaller brands like Pagani, Hennessy, where they're not massive car brands, but they're still licensed vehicles, and that is very good. However, as I said, they can't really afford Lamborghini. I bet Lamborghini car licenses are millions and millions and millions to use in their game, and they have to be done in the correct way. Now, specifically with ERLC, a little problem with car license, you're gonna have to bear with me here while I explain this, but take Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? I know it's a very weird thing to kind of compare, but in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you have Boeing planes, right, and Airbus planes and stuff like that, and they're real companies, right? They're licensed planes. However, if you crash a plane in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it doesn't actually set on fire or blow up. It just takes you to a menu screen and you have to reload your flight. And that's what I'm getting at here. Microsoft Flight Simulator is not allowed to show damaged Boeing. So for example, if you crash a Boeing 747 in Microsoft Flight Simulator, they're not allowed to show, for example, the engine setting on fire, because then that shows Boeing as an aircraft manufacturer where their planes set on fire, if that makes sense. And I feel like that could be the same with ERLC. For example, if Ford purchased a car license and then you kept crashing into trees and light posts and everything like that, and your car then sets on fire, to Ford, that is Ford's car now on fire. So people that look at it, see it's a Ford, and oh no, it's on fire. That's not good for their brand. It's very little things, but I honestly think that plays a part. We've seen that plays a part, because in Forza Horizon 5, for example, you can't set a car on fire. Yes, you can damage it. Maybe it's not as extreme as Microsoft Flight Simulator because it is only a car. I hope you kind of get where I'm going with this. That's maybe a reason why ERLC don't have car licenses, but that's just a little side note, that is, to what the main reason is. Now, I did an interview with Mr. Fergie, who is the owner of ERLC, and I asked him this very question: will ERLC be purchasing car licenses? And he pretty much said that at the moment it's not something they're gonna do, but if the right car company comes and it's at the right price, then they will consider purchasing car licenses. At the minute, I think the games, all of Roblox games, are just trying to wait out and see what happens, because I need to show you something. So So I'm sure everybody knows that Lamborghinis were one of the first vehicles to be deleted from Roblox. However, Lamborghini now have a verified Roblox group themselves. They have literally verified themselves on Roblox as the official Lamborghini. Now what's interesting here is they used to actually have a group game in this where you could drive around literally Lamborghinis that were fully licensed, had the Lamborghini logos. So this game had Lamborghini licenses on Roblox, obviously because it's owned by Lamborghini, and it's also verified with Roblox. So one thing that Mr. Fergie also mentioned, the owner of ERLC, he said that it could be an idea for Roblox to step in and purchase car licenses. Roblox is obviously worth like billions and billions of dollars. They have loads and loads of money, and just like Forza, for example, how Xbox kind of have licenses to use Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff in Forza, it's definitely possible for Roblox to step in. And the thing is, if Roblox get a license, it means that pretty much every game on Roblox could do that. So it means that every roleplay game, every game you make, even if you wanted to make a game on Roblox Studio, if Roblox purchased a Lamborghini car license, it could mean that you would be able to use Lamborghinis in your game as well as ERLC and Greenville and everything else, because Roblox have looked after and purchased that license. The problem with that though is, as I said earlier, if Roblox were to buy a license, a car license from Lamborghini, how would that work in every single game? Someone could modify a Lamborghini. Like a Lamborghini, if you get a car license, it has to be made specifically how Lamborghini want it to be made. And if Roblox purchased a car license from Lamborghini, then it wouldn't really make sense, because other games wouldn't make them exactly how Lamborghini wanted it to. So it would showcase a Lamborghini different to how a Lamborghini actually is, if that makes sense. Now I do say this, but there are a few games on Roblox like Jupiter Florida. I've made a video on it before, and they literally have Lamborghinis. They literally have pretty much every car. They're not called Lamborghinis, but they are literally one-to-one replicas of Lamborghini, just with a slightly different logo and a slightly different name, and they haven't been told off for it. So I don't really know what's going on there, but it's a very, very interesting topic. Do I think ERLC will purchase car licenses? Probably not. I don't think they will. I think it's a bit stupid that Driving Empire have as well. I don't know how much they paid for them, but it probably was a lot of money, and they've had to change the game a lot to make it more user friendly, and down the line I feel like this will only cause them more problems. Like, they probably have contracts and everything in place to prevent that, but I feel like it could cause them more problems in the future. And like I said, I think that's why ERLC will probably avoid them, because it can just cause them a lot of problems further down the line. But of course, do let me know in the comments what you think about this. Do you think that it's a good idea? Do you think that ERLC or Roblox as a whole should purchase car licenses? Please let me know in the comments what you think about this. I would love to know. But thank you very, very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do make sure that you drop a like and also subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!